Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, welcome to another interview episode of Metal Gear Mondays, the Games Club style podcast where we cover all things Metal Gear, from left to right, inside and out, in semi-historical fuck it, we're in Japan, kind of. We're talking to Donna Burke. I fucked it up. It's been a minute. Leave me alone. But we're talking to a very special guest, and it's another swearing English speaker in Japan.
Which, God bless her, which I guess would be, we talk about that in the podcast.
Yeah. She doesn't want God's blessing, Sam.
Yeah. She hid from God. She mocks God.
But yeah, so as I'm sure you've guessed, who could mock God and get away with it? Donna Burke. We have Donna Burke on the show.
Yes.
This is crazy, you guys. I think from a logistical point of view,
it came out of nowhere. Like it was. We emailed her in the morning. We got a response from her in the nighttime, like late evening, and then we were recording with her like a couple hours later. So it was very quick and sudden and fantastic.
Yeah, the prep and turnaround, phenomenal. Peak Metal Gear Monday interview.
Metal Gear Monday
workflow.
Yep. So, of course, you will know Donna Burke as the wonderful woman who sang Sins of the Father from Metal Gear Solid 5 and Heaven's Divide from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. You'll also know her as the voice of the iDroid in 5 and Ground Zeroes. But she's been in a lot of other cool stuff. She's been in Silent Hill 2 and 3. She was Angela in Silent Hill 2, both the original and the HD collection version. And she played Claudia in Silent Hill 3, the original release of 3.
Right.
I don't believe she did it for the HD remaster, which is weird because
so I believe
she did it.
I think what that is I think it's the re-recording. So I think they kept the original recording in 3.
Okay.
I think I'm not 100%. We'll find out later this year because we're going to be covering Silent Hill 3 for Spooky Month.
Yep. And she was also a character. She was Hell in Boktai, which is a game we're going to be playing for the show soon.
Totally right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep. And she's been several voices. She was some voices in Shenmue. She's been in a few animes as a few characters in some animes. And of course, she is a very talented singer who has several discs to her record. That was a weird way to say that. She's very good at singing, is what I'm trying to say. And then as we're recording this, she is going to be performing at the Metal Gear in concert in Tokyo tomorrow with Stephanie Justin, and that's very cool that we caught her in time for that. So
yeah, it sort of felt like Sam and Alessio snuck backstage. And right before Donna took the stage, we were like, "Hey, come here. We want to talk to you." And she was like, "Okay." It's kind of what it felt like.
She was literally as we were getting off of the call with her, she was literally getting a cab to go to the rehearsal. So 10 minutes from then, she was going to take a cab to go to rehearsal for the concert. So it's nuts.
Yeah. And as you'll discover, we got some juicy insights into a certain teasing Twitter tweet thing that happened. So brace yourselves for that. Sam, I do have one regret, though.
What is that?
I didn't get to tell Donna Burke that I got in an all-black unitard and did some interpretive dancing to her singing for a Christmas video.
Yeah,
so
that's true. How I think you solve that is you just send it to her with no context.
That's true.
And ruin
our entire
the
relationship
we have built with her forever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fine. I think there's a true spark between the two of you. I think I was just the awkward friend in the background. It's fine. I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit for the team.
She called me a little bugger. That's one of my greatest honors.
Yeah. Sam, I want to do something a little different on this episode. I know that typically we kind of sandwich these interviews with an intro and an outro.
Okay.
I kind of think, because it ended so eloquently, I kind of think let's just do our plugs really quick, get into the interview, and then let it play out.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm okay with it.
Perfect.
Should we like shoehorn an "It's Just a Box" in there somewhere? We should have had her say "It's just a box"
in the iDroid voice.
Yeah, we never think about that. We didn't do that with Cam either.
Which would have been great. Yeah, what the literal fuck is wrong with this?
Maybe we should just never do it, and then that's just the ongoing joke.
I'm okay. I'm into that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah. So, Sam, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Sanjul. That's SANJUUL. That's it.
Perfect.
That's all there is. There isn't anymore.
You can find me at AC Summerfield on Twitter and acsummerfield.com. You can find our esteemed guest at Donna Burke. That is DonnaBurke.com, as well as on like IMDb and Voice123 and all over the place.
Yeah,
so.
And she's on Twitter. She is DB_singer_actor on Twitter.
Nice. And you can find the show at MetalGearMondays.com. You can support us on Patreon.com/MetalGearMondays, where occasionally you'll be able to present us with questions for interviews like this one. But this one was super quickly put together, so we did not formally collect, but we intuitively collected over the months.
We felt you from the ether, and we asked the things that we felt
correct
you would enjoy to hear. Though if you are a patron, there is another person that we are going to be interviewing that we have posed questions for. So that's still on the table. That is also another very exciting interview that we're going to be doing. So if you'd like to know who that is ahead of time and would like to present questions for this person, check us out on Patreon.
Perfect. Well, cool. So without further ado, let's bring on Donna.
Bring on Donna!
I am very, very happy to have you on the show, and I know Sam and I are both very excited that you were able to make the time. Yes. So thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. It's always an honor to be asked, boys.
It was, I don't think this morning, when we sent that email out, we were quite expecting to speak to you this evening. So that's very...
Did it make me sound desperate? Because, yeah.
No, not desperate at all. It's preferred even.
Well, options were tomorrow, which is I've got 2 concerts for Metal Gear, and then Saturday, which is like me recovering and not wanting to wear makeup. And again, I didn't have the podcast. I thought, oh, bloody hell, I don't want to put makeup on for these guys. I'll just do it now. So anyway, it's all about that. So it's great that it's worked out.
Perfect. Yeah, no, we're extremely excited. So good afternoon to you and good evening for us. Yeah, we're very excited that we were able to catch you before you perform. You're going to be performing Metal Gear in concert. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we wanted to ask you about that. Like, what is the prep like, the rehearsal? You're going into rehearsal soon. What is that going to entail?
Well, that's a good question. This is my 3rd time to do it in Tokyo. So it's a 2017 in August, then 2018 last year in July, and then now tomorrow we have 2 concerts. I've never done this before. So I get to sing Sins of the Father twice and Snake Eater and Heaven's Divide. And part of when I did it 3 years ago, I was so nervous. It was like I was going to get executed. I was absolutely, literally shitting myself. And my husband keeps saying, "Are you nervous?" No, not nervous. And it's like I was nervous in New York, but then I was less nervous in LA. And now for Tokyo, because I've done so much prep. I've done kettlebells at the gym. I've done weights.
Oh, wow.
I haven't been...
You're
no
just
ice, no French fries. I've been eating steak and broccoli weeks. So as long as I'm in good voice, and now that I've done it so many, the most difficult song is Sins of the Father. So as soon as I come off stage, nailing that, I'm like, Snake Eater, Heaven's Divide, it's a walk in the park. It's not a difficult song. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I personally missed you guys in New York by like 4 or 5 days, which was extremely irritating. And we've got a lot of listeners who have constantly been seeking out opportunities to go see the concert, and yet I don't think we have any listeners that are able to go see you in Tokyo. So this is fantastic for us. We get to vicariously live through this interview a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, so hello to all the fans, and thanks for coming to the concerts in LA and New York. That was fantastic. The crowd went wild. It was really.
Yeah. What is the preparation for something like that like? Because I can only imagine, like the most I've ever done is in school. I've been part of a play in front of like 50 people. So what, like, and that weirds me out so much. So what is it like preparing to perform in front of that many people?
Well, I got to America 6 days before the concert so that I could adjust my jet lag, because I'm like a koala. When I'm 10:30 comes up, I've got to go to sleep. And so like a real that's my biggest worry, that like come 8 o'clock, Donna, you're on stage, and I'll be zonked out with jet lag. I don't know if you've had jet lag, it is like you've been drugged. It's like someone has put something like roofie in your drink and you're just out of it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my biggest worries. So, and then having to, I stayed in New Jersey because I didn't want to stay in New York because it was too noisy and stuff. And then just making myself walk around outside to try and adjust my body, and then doing exercises, eating healthy, going to Whole Foods. It's pretty boring actually, but it's regrets. You don't want to be standing on stage thinking, oh, fuck, if only I just not had those 16 cheeseburgers and fries. There's nothing worse than your gut hanging out, and you have to suck it in as you walk on stage, and then let face the audience, let it hang out, and then remember to suck it back in as you walk off stage. I just want to run out, not being self-conscious. I want to have enormous amounts of energy in reserve. I don't want to be like, oh, wow, I'm just exhausted now of some sins of the Father. I want to be like, I could do this all day. So that's going to the gym. I don't go a lot, but I'm pretty. I've made my legs really strong, because when I first sang Sins of the Father in Osaka, I literally had my legs trembling.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I can't hold on. It was like Scotty, I can't hold on. All these ways to like really get into it. And my legs was like, fuck off. No, you're going to fuck this up. And we started trembling. So I was like, oh, no. So by the time I did it again in July last year, I'm like, I'm all over this. Squats, legs, started trainer. Yeah. So I've never been in such good shape in my whole life.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. So you're not like a gym rat, but you go enough that it's just like,
I read all the hacks, like do 4 minutes a day and get big muscles. I'm all about the, minimum for maximum, result.
Oh yeah.
I can get into that. I love that. How would you describe the audience at a Metal Gear in concert versus the audience at maybe a more traditional classical music rehearsal? What's the difference?
Well, first of all, I've played with different orchestras in, like, the Japanese orchestra they're just so polite. No one's making a mistake. Whereas in France, the conductor, Nicholas Buck, said to someone, mate, what's your name? John, you need to stay on the beat. Where is the singer? She's going around. And I thought that, and the conductor says, your job, she can do whatever she wants, but your job is to get the beat. Okay, fine. I'm like, what the hell? There's no way anyone would ever talk back to a conductor in Japan. So that was like, blew my mind. Mm-hmm. And if anyone looks at Snake Eater in Paris, at around the 2-minute mark on the YouTube video that's on my channel, there's this woman who gives me side eye 3 times. She's like checking out the back of my hair, or she's probably like, it's just shocking. Like, she's just having a good old perv while in the middle of the plane. What would happen? There'd be all eyes on the score in Japan, and then in New York and in LA, they ran out of time to practice, do a proper run through because of union rules. And
do union? Because like for the stagehands and things like that,
for the musicians.
Mm.
Oh wow!
Again, I was just so used to like anything goes in Japan. You're just going to practice and practice until your fingers fall off, and there's no union. And then in the US, it's like, okay, it's 6 o'clock, down tools. And,
dinner time.
And I hadn't sort of finished my sound check, and it was like, oh well, that's why I'm a professional. It's just really different.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thank you for that insight. I know we've had everybody from voice actors to localizers on this show, and one of the things that we really love to ask about is sort of the ins and outs of the industry, so that people listening at home can maybe get a little education in how that works. So that's awesome. Really appreciate you letting us know. So you're going to be performing with Stephanie tomorrow, is that right?
I'm going to be performing with who?
Stephanie?
That's a joke. I was just trying to create.
I got scared. You scared me.
Your nemesis. Your.
Yeah.
What is so? I want to mention this. So one of the things that that you did shortly a couple months after Metal Gear Solid 5 came out was you did the Steph and Donna show on your YouTube channel, and I wanted to kind of talk about your relationship with her and what your experience doing that show was, because you're very antagonistic.
Piss off, I am not. That's just a lie. I really need you to work with. No, it's just she's really nice, and I'm actually really nice as well. But it's much funnier to be a bitch, and it's. If there'd be no story, if I'd like, oh, you look nice today, oh, you look nice today, oh, that's so it was. It was, to me, it's so. I'm really inspired by this Australian mockumentary called Kath and Kim, and they had these two comedians, and they're both exactly the same age, and they tried to do it in America. It wasn't very funny, but the Australian ones, they're both exactly.
That's usually the case.
And then, the Office was all right. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I just think it's really me. It's just funny to be me, double her age, trying to sort of compete and pretend I'm the same age as her. I just think it was full of comic possibilities. And she's she's a good actress, so she's really good at keeping a straight face and making her eyes really big and looking really innocent and so it was just fun. It wasn't difficult for me to be a bitch. to be like the innocent sort of and she was able to do that awkward timing and looking away to the camera. It was really fun.
Yeah, I think it shows in the videos as well. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, you definitely.
One of the people in the show, not Stephanie, but one of the other people, they didn't want to do it anymore because they thought the production values were too pathetic. And I'm like, but that's the whole thing.
That's the idea. I love I really love how it starts out where you're just like, well, we have to do it horizontal. We can't do it vertical.
I mean, it's supposed to be short. So it's like, I don't want to be in this because it's going to affect my future career and, it looked really bad on my resume. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, so
I love it. No,
it's just fun.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be shit. So,
you let it hang out.
How did you like approach her about that, and how did you build that relationship with her?
We were having. She came over to my house one day. We were just talking about the big massive hole in our life because the Phantom Pain had come out and we were being interviewed. See, I can talk about it now because life has gone on and we've got other work. But at that time, you think is this it? Am I going to be doing the rounds of Comic-Con in 20 years' time going, yes, well, the Phantom paid. It was lovely. Kojima-san, da-da-da. And they're just like, I don't want to be that sad person, and that's the last bloody job they did. You know, that's and everyone's just interested in the past. You know, I want to be, what's my next project? So rather than sit around and wait for the phone to ring, I said, let's make something up on our own, and we're not asking anyone's permission. We're not waiting for the phone to ring. And it was really fun and creative, and it filled a spot until we got busy with other jobs, which was the whole point.
That's awesome. That's brilliant.
And listen to all the fans. Like, you get a big, massive close-up of Stephanie and her eyelashes, which are not fake.
Ooh, that's the biggest scoop, I think.
I know. I don't know how she gets anything done. If I had eyelashes like that, I'd just been like looking at myself, talking to them, naming them, you know, Pinky and Lily and Johnny, and, you know, like I have names. So
the things that you name eyelashes, of course.
So I think it was. I mean, she's very compelling to look at on screen, and I think it ticked a lot of boxes. So rather than just sort of watching her be Stephanie, it was fun to watch her act. You know, it was good. It's good for the fans. It's good for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys?
Do you have?
Sorry, Sam.
Oh,
go ahead,
Alessio. After you.
Okay. Donna, did you guys meet working on the Phantom Pain, or did you guys know each other before?
No, we met on the Phantom Pain. I was asked to coach her for her song, Quiet. So
okay.
I'm not a singing teacher, so then they say, oh, but Kojima really wants you. I'm like, oh, I freaking hate, you know, teaching people how to sing. I mean, that's just it's like boring enough listening to myself do scales, let alone someone else. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, nah. And then, like, well, Kojima-san really, okay, fine. So I coached her a few times. She came to Dag Music, my studio, and so that got her warmed up so that when she recorded it, she did herself proud. So that's when I met her, and she was really nice. And I mean, I really admire anyone who's not a trained and they're asked to sing. It's very scary. It's scary enough for a professional, let alone. Yeah. So she did great.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I think it also kind of it shows like you did a good job as a teacher too.
I take all the credit for her performance.
She learned from
you should be proud of it. Learn from the best. Learn from the best. Ignore all the rest.
She worked hard, so you know, and it takes guts. So she's got guts. And the way I my advice, which I think she took, was you're on stage acting, so don't worry about if your voice goes trembly or something, because you're in character as Quiet. Mm. So that's you're not Stephanie going on and everyone's judging. Yeah. Everyone's listening to Quiet tell a story about how she feels, and they're all like transfixed in that.
I think that's really interesting. So I'm curious to learn more about your relationship with Hideo Kojima, and I'd be curious to hear if there were like any interesting like direction notes that you were given with any of the music for the Phantom Pain or Peace Walker.
He wasn't at the studio, so no.
Okay.
So all of the voices in my head is Ludwig Forssell, my other nephew. Lyrics to Cinder the Father. I could write lyrics, but no, he had to write the lyrics. Ludwig and Akihiro Honda. So, and then when I was working on the demos for Sins of the Father with those two, they would say, "Oh, Kojima doesn't like this; he likes this." But
I see.
I can't remember. It's not
okay.
It's not like I sit there and write notes. I wish I did, because then so many people ask me questions. I'm like, I don't remember anything.
Oh, you're totally fine, and that's sort of been the ongoing narrative for us interviewing other people has been, I just thought I was taking a job, and I don't remember any of these details, so we definitely get it, we understand, but yeah, no, it's
especially when you're doing like so much other stuff too. But
exactly.
It's just whenever I meet him, he's so friendly and warm and smiley, and so the only thing that I can remember is that I got the job of the iDroid because I do the voice on the Japanese Shinkansen, and what was it called? The Kojima podcast. What was that called? You know, that podcast back in the day. In 2013, I could just see a light bulb go off in his head because someone said, "Are you allowed to do that voice anytime?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can do the voice whenever I want." And I could just see, boom, light bulb. Like 3 weeks later, asked me to come into the studio, do your Shinky voice.
So they're the same voice, essentially, the iDroid and the train.
Yes, exactly the same thing. So, and then I had these add-ons for the Japanese game, which was all these funny Japanese stations, which Japanese players know are not part of the Shinkansen. And it was sort of the inside Easter egg joke of, you know, Donna's doing the iDroid is also the Shinkansen voice. So that added some fun layer for the Japanese players.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's one thing that I wanted to ask you about, because you do the voice for the announcement for the Shinkansen, and how did you get into doing that? Because it's clear that that's how you got into doing the iDroid from just doing the music for the game, but who approached you about doing the Shinkansen?
Well, first of all, I was known at Konami as a voice actress. So I was in Silent Hill 2 and 3. And I think that I probably met Kojima-san back then, but I don't remember.
Okay.
And then and on those 2 gigs, I'm like, can I sing the theme song? Can I rap the theme song? And they were like, yeah, pissed off. No one took any notice of me. And then in 2003, I did Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. And I think finally I sort of was back I was on a radar then. So then Peace Walker came up in 2010. And then iDroid came in 2014 for 2013 for Ground Zeroes. But I've been here doing voice acting, announcing, doing documentaries for NHK, which is like, you know, public radio and public TV. So I just went for an audition, and it was basically a mimicking job. So I had to sound like there was all these women, and they had these very strict criteria. You had to be British. I'm not. I'm Australian. You had to live here for a long time. Like, I've lived here for 7 years, and be planning to live here for many, many years. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. And so I go in, and they play this woman's voice, and she has a really sing-songy voice, and it sounded sort of strange, and her accent was weird as well. And it turns out it was a bloody Canadian pretending to be British. And I was like, her voice sounds weird, and I don't like the way, you know, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm like, why doesn't she go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome? They're like, no, do it like this. I'm like, fine.
So they want that high pitch inflected.
I mimicked the shit out of that voice. I sounded like a robotic version, and they were like, great, this woman nailed it. So then I have to go and do that voice and be known for that voice. So that's pretty funny. But now it's become if I had to do my own way now, but I probably couldn't, because I've just done it like that for 15 years. So, yeah.
So music came first for you, obviously, but what prompted you, because you mentioned Silent Hill, which was like Silent Hill 2, I think was like 2003, I want to say, or something like that, or Silent Hill 3 was, what thrusted you, like what got you into voice acting from doing music? Where did that happen? Was it a natural progression, or was it just kind of a happenstance? Like it just...
Oh no, I was desperate to get into it. My friend Kimberly Forsyth, she's my best friend. Back then she was doing Iron Chef and doing all this really cool, I want to do that, I can do that. And no one wanted a bloody Australian accent back then. So I was fortunately spent my whole childhood talking in American and British accent. So I would why talk in your normal voice when you can just talk like this all day?
Oh no. Donna, what happened to Donna?
I don't know.
No.
It's so much more fun. And then on all my teachers, you just be like, Donna Burke, would you stop daydreaming? And I'd be off out in the playground imitating Sister Cecilia. I would catch myself up. So I spent my whole childhood imitating my mother. Donna, stop it! It was just endless amusement. So to do that for a job, I'm like, I am there. This has got my name all over it. So that's, I just muscled my way in. I think my first job was Shenmue, the most expensive video game ever made.
The old Yu Suzuki. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a wild game. What was that like? Because I think, unfortunately, time has not been kind to the voice direction for that game.
It was endless going to Sega, which is sort of a very bit of a desolate part of Tokyo, and finding a studio, sitting around. It was like a social event. You'd sit around. They'd book your schedule for 4 hours. They were paying like ridiculous amounts of money, like $1,000, which is a lot, just to sit. And I'd get in and do 4 lines. And I remember there was this one woman, I can't say her name. I can't say her name.
Oh, no.
I'll never forget. She had on black tights that were so big, her bum was so big, I could see her G-string through the stretch black, and I was like, oh, she's got a ball. I was like, you just never see anyone back at, into year 2000, you never saw anyone who was big.
I didn't expect us to go down this road.
It was just so shocking. But she had the attitude. She had a massive attitude, so much that the director had to come out and say, please, would you just read the line? Like the Japanese guy, because she's like, I think the prostitute should sound a higher voice than, and meanwhile there's 5 other voice actors standing around the microphone, just and like looking at their feet, shuffling, thinking, oh God, I'm from America too. I hope that the Japanese director doesn't think all Americans are assholes like this. Oh God.
So is that why you guys were all punished with all the sailor lines that eventually had to be recited? Is that what happened?
Anyway, it was. I've got some good memories from that. Yeah, of what not to do. Don't be an asshole, and don't just if the director says she's got a voice like a razor and a heart of gold, you say sure. Mm-hmm. As long as I know that how big her bra cup is, because they always show you pictures of people with big boobs. So it's like, is she a C cup or a D cup?
I love that it factors in. That's perfect.
That's crazy. Yeah, how does that affect the vocal cords? It's interesting that you bring up Shenmue, because we had another guest who inadvertently worked on some of the localization that went into that game. Jeremy Blaustein, who
I know Jeremy very well. He directed in Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3, basically. He was one of the best interviews, second to Donna Burke. That we've had on the good recovery there. John,
I went there. No, he was great fun to have on the show. Really enjoyed talking to him, and I was super curious to hear what it was like to work with him on Silent Hill 2. Did he seem as passionate as he does in retrospect? Because he seems like he really loved that gig.
Yeah, and in fact, because he was giving me so much direction, I forgot that he wasn't the director. Like he was so, And back then, the technology was so new and the computers were so weak that we could only do things in like 30-second cuts. It wasn't like motion capture now, where it's just that you've got an enormous computing power. I had a few little dots on my bathing cap on my head and a dot on my shoe and then the computers would constantly be crashing. So there was a lot of we called it the fucking tosh. Oh, it was a fucking tosh. Japanese came up with that. That's
amazing. Well, and so you guys did all of the mocap as well while performing. What was that like? I mean, talk about physical intensity from singing.
Awesome. And I mean, I think Angela was a bit of a sad character, and not. I'm more of a Claudia. Like, I'm a leader, take control, eat someone's aborted fetus. That's.
Oh God! You had to bring that up. You had to bring that up.
That ticked all of my boxes. It's like I used to teach religion at a Catholic high school. Boom, baby Jesus. I think I'm the Messiah. Abortion, terrific. I loved it. That. I'll never forget my audition. It's like, you want me to what? You want me to pick up a vomited up baby Jesus and eat it and then go nuts as if I'm being burned? Okay. And sing. So
that's crazy. Well, it's funny. It's funny to hear you say Angela's name. Has reminded me that last Halloween for our podcast, we covered all of Silent Hill 2, and we actually yesterday just finished covering all of Metal Gear Solid 5. So Donna, your fingerprints are all over our podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my Angela voice.
That's perfect.
Oh God,
that was eerie. All of the hair on my body.
I got a shiver. I got a shiver.
Oh, I wrote a song for her a couple of years ago, and actually going in and remembering all of her backstory. I thought, bloody hell, I think I must have forgotten all the horrible stuff that
Yeah, she's got a very tortured whole deal.
Yeah.
So it's very.
Yeah,
I think you conveyed that quite well.
Yeah, was it difficult to jump back and forth between the catatonic Angela and then the sort of get the fuck away from me, I've got a knife Angela during those performances?
No, that's just like my normal life. So
Sure.
It's a funny thing. I can't play that game. It's too scary. But
right.
You do, because I think it's all it's the sound. So the first time I saw Alien the movie, I think I was 16. I love sci-fi. I practically shut myself before anything had happened. Just the camera going down and the eerie sort of creaky. I think that the sound and the atmospheric music really. I just haven't. Whereas when you're performing that in a studio and everyone's standing around you, there's no music.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, there's no atmosphere.
We talk about a lot about music and atmosphere being almost as important as every other aspect. And you and me, we have a lot in common, Donna. I gotta say.
Yeah, I really notice that in movies where they don't have any music, I'm like, wow, they don't have any music. This is weird. Even that sort of what are they trying to communicate by not having any music?
Yeah, what's the choice there? Yeah, you're totally right.
So you mentioned that this is wild to me. You mentioned that you taught religion at a Catholic high school, you said?
I did.
So what?
That was right before you moved to Japan, right? Because you moved to Japan in 1996. Yeah. Is that right?
1990.
Okay.
So for 8 years.
So first of all, how did you get into teaching religion at a Catholic high school? And then what?
Super religious, and I'm not anymore. And I think coming to Japan was escaping that part of my life. So coming to a non-Christian country has been wonderful. No offense to all the Christians listening. They're probably like, oh, go down on my knees and say a prayer for tonight. Anyway, so and I was sort of singing at church, and I almost didn't want to leave because the poor people, they won't be able to listen to. I was pretty egotistical back then. I'm not anymore, but they won't be able to hear me at mass singing because I've still got such a nice voice. I was right into it, and then I wasn't. I just realised this is I was really scared of losing my faith or losing my soul or becoming. But anyway, by the time I came to Japan, I was like, thank God, I don't have to go to church anymore. I can just be a nice person. I can just be a good person. Yay! And I forgot what the question was.
Oh, it was just going to be, how did you
one have
get
to go
into
to Japan to run away from God?
this?
I think that was the question.
Yeah. Just did you go to Japan to run from God? We got the answer we wanted, which is you can hide from God in Japan, apparently. So anybody who's trying to do that,
This day, it's just another day.
no. So the question was, how did you? So it's kind of like a 2-part question, and so how did you get in? So because you started, how did you get into teaching? I guess would be the question, and then what prompted you to move to Japan in the first place?
I'm taking offence where no offence is intended, which is a hobby of mine. So are you insinuating that how did I teach when I had no teaching license? Is that what you're?
No.
I went to uni and I did a Bachelor of Education and I majored in speech and drama and media studies. You can look it up, you little bugger. And then I did so I did a degree in speech and drama and media studies because I was too gutless and I didn't have the gumption to do what I really loved, which is be a singer and actor. So I studied speech and drama, and I took a safe job. So my parents, it's not like today with you kids, like every man and their dog's studying musical theatre. And, it's like, but back when I was a young girl, it was
before Hamilton.
Go and get a good job, dear. So I took a very safe route. And so my 20s were very safe. And by the time I turned 20 out, I thought, okay, done. I've been a good girl. Now I just want to, I don't need to prove to God or anyone else or, Catholic Church. So thanks very much. I'm done. Thank you. And then I exited stage left and snuck my way up to Japan, and I got here at the age of 30 and I've never looked back. So it's got, very moral society, but without and a lot of guilt, so I can feel comfortable. Guilt.
So you get to take the Catholic, swap the Catholic guilt for the Japanese guilt, and then it's just.
I couldn't be bothered now. But I can appreciate why they all, Japanese women in particular. Oh, did I make a mistake, or did I not put it down the right way? So, did I put the garbage out on the right day? Did I not separate it correctly? So I think I just love being here because it's a new part of my life, and I felt I gave up. I did a lot of good as a teacher. Basically, I had a trapped audience, and I'd walk into class and say, "I'm going to talk like this for the whole class. Just imagine if I had a funny voice like this, you'd have to listen to me." And they just roll their eyes like, "Oh, God, she's an idiot."
Oh, dear.
Teach as a performer, you just have to act interested in the boring kids. Oh, that's interesting, Johnny. You have to pretend not to be interested in the really cool kids. And it's a very good acting job.
Nice.
As a boring kid who fancies himself a really cool kid, I feel that personally.
Donna, did you meet your husband before or after you moved to Japan?
I was desperate and dateless in Australia, mate. I met him here. Everyone thought I was gay, and all my friends were gay, and I'd be going to all the gay clubs, and I thought, geez, I wish I was gay. I'd have more of a chance.
Well, it's not every day that you get to start a music label with your spouse. So congratulations, and it's I don't know, how's that been? How has it been running a label with your husband?
Basically, it was sort of a flurry of activity from about 1999 to 2005, and then from 2005 I started Dag Music Studio, and that's sort of been taking up my time, and I didn't release anything until Ganame Jazz last year. So, and it's been good. I like to create and not wait and ask for permission, which is what I'm doing at the moment. with a lot of fan stuff. I just making stuff for fans. I'm not sort of waiting for the phone to ring, or because there's a lot of stuff that I've done, but I can't talk about it until it comes out, sometimes years later. So in the meantime, you want to still be taking control. I'm into control. I don't want to be a little victim. I didn't get the call. I didn't get called for that. So, that's why I can't make any music. Well, that's bullshit. You can make music whenever.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So you mentioned fan stuff. I say fan stuff. You say because of course we talked about the Steph and Donna show.
Yeah.
What other like kind of stuff are you working on, or have you been that you can tell us about as far as like kicking that door down, and doing it yourself?
You said something on Twitter about jasmine and lime blossoms the other day, and it seemed to get everybody in a tizzy.
What did I do? I don't understand the jasmine and lime block. What?
I was trying to be cheeky and refer to a tweet from the other day that wasn't the one that everyone's freaking out about, Donna. Tell us more about your tweet that got the internet in enough.
Do you want me to talk about the tweet, or is it? Will I spoil the surprise though?
Do you want to talk about the tweet?
Listen, we don't mind prizes being spoiled. So if you want to talk about the tweet and you can talk about the tweet, we will absolutely allow you to talk about the tweet.
I'm worried that I'm going to spoil it if I do.
Ooh.
Oh no! Do we have to censor it? Do we have to censor the what it is?
No, I'm not ready. No, but it's. Let's just say I've taken a lot of inspiration from Jordan Vogt Roberts.
Ooh.
I've been inspired by his recent shenanigans and activities, and that's all I'll say. I think he's really, fun and doing stuff for fans, and he's not asking permission. He's just going off and creating stuff just for fun. And I've taken some inspiration from that a lot.
I think you've said all that you need to say to pique our interest, Donna. So we are a captivated audience. So I have to say, it's not another game. I'm not working on Metal Gear Solid, another game. So all the people who think that I'm doing that, I'm not. And and it's also, how could I do that? I'd have an NDA so far written up my bum. I'd be like singing something and I was being an idiot. I was basically having a tanty in that Twitter Twitter tweet. It was so good.
Yeah, turn me up.
Yeah, I was just being a dick. And then 2 days later, Donna Burke is working on something. It's like, are you serious?
We've had people even blowing us up saying, "Hey, what do you guys think she's working on?" And we're like, "Guys, it's not Metal Gear Solid 6. Come on,
chill out, guys."
Yeah. So I don't want to laugh at people who. I don't want to laugh at people's sort of hopes and dreams, but
right.
My answer would be, did you look at the tweet? Did you read the tweet? Did you read the tweet? Because everything's in there.
The community is very particular, and I think that after 5, they just want anything they can get, and so they take things and blow it to proportions. And these days anything's news, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of
we're all grasping at straws.
I was working on ARMS and I went and I
love ARMS.
I just took a tweet of the I took a photo of the bottles that I'd used, and the Nintendo team checked the photo to make sure that there was nothing in the photo that showed where I was, or I don't know if I mentioned that I was at Nintendo. Maybe they said I could say that. Like, it was really, really vetted. Mm-hmm. And then I released it, and then there was again news articles. Donna Burke is working on something. Could it be? All these, it's like so. Yeah.
Are you afraid to come out of certain buildings or throw certain trash in the bin for fear that somebody's like, oh my God, Donna Burke's working with McDonald's?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so it's I don't mean to cause such a ruckus. And then for the Nintendo thing, I was replying to people, no. And then Nintendo sent me a message like, please stop replying to this because you're just adding more.
Making it worse.
So I could see a few people in Kalami scratching their heads going, is she working on something? You know, like maybe she is. But
yeah, used to them.
No, I'm not.
Maybe if you say it enough, maybe if you do say that you're working on Metal Gear Solid 6, they'll be like, well, shit, now we have to make it.
That'd be funny, except that I'd probably get sued.
Yeah,
I'd be sued by fans for being cruel, for unnecessary cruelty.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Kick down the doors, Donna. Do it yourself. So you've been in Japan for how many years now? It's been
since 1996.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So at this point, you're probably pretty fluent, or
I'm not.
No. How do you do on a day to day with like Japanese and speaking the native tongue there?
Well, today I have not spoken a word of Japanese because I woke up in my house. My cats speak English. My husband speaks English. I came to work. My staff all speak English. In fact, I've got an Australian, a Chinese, or two Australians and a Chinese in the office today, so I don't have any Japanese. And then I'll go to the rehearsal and everyone will speak to me in English.
Wow. Because I've heard that a lot, that the Japanese people are very accommodating to English speakers as long as they can tell that you're trying. That's just what I've heard.
And it's like it's the same for anywhere. Like, imagine if some person like, and you're like, what? You just can't you just say one English word? Same thing with, it's not a Japanese thing. It's just a human thing. Like, just spit out something.
You're doing your best. Now I'm going to try and help you as best as I can.
Google's really cool. I use Google a lot now. I put in, I was at the dry cleaners the other day getting my dresses dry cleaned from America. And he was trying to tell me something and he couldn't communicate. I mean, because some of the words, I mean, could you go to language school so that eventually 20 years later someone could tell you some technical term at the dry cleaners? It's just like, no, I don't want to. That's never going to happen. Whatever dry cleaning Japanese I learn, I'm just going to forget as soon as I walk out of there. So I just use Google Translate a lot, and I'm very polite, and I use as much Japanese as I can.
Yeah,
and
because I watched that clip from that show Who Are You, where they talked about you doing the voice for the Shinkansen, and I felt like you spoke pretty decently.
That's why you can't. I always say that on stage. I speak a bit of Japanese, and then all the people who can actually speak Japanese can immediately see, she's an upper beginner level. Upper beginner. And
upper beginner may as well be a master.
Sorry?
I was saying upper beginner is a master compared to our Japanese. So
I'm going to, and they, a lot of the times when you try, they and this is anywhere, but when you try, they get kind of excited that somebody who speaks English is trying to speak their language.
Yes, so I'll just say cat like very much for home cat. That's so encouraging, and I'm just like cringing inside, like,
They're I feel like I need to continue my trend because it feels like in every interview that I've done so far, I mentioned wrestling in some way, but I remember there's a wrestler named Kenny Omega who he wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he spoke English all the time. And then one day he just said, "And now I will speak Japanese in Japanese," and the crowd just went crazy for it. It was
in America or in
Japan, in Tokyo. He's at the Tokyo Dome.
Oh yeah, they would have just loved it. Tomorrow, Stephanie will speak. She's really good at Japanese, so she's fluent. She studied it at uni, and so she will speak tomorrow and do some MC work at the
nice.
concert.
Oh, wow.
So the crowd will go nuts because she's not Donna Burke. Like, yes, beautiful day, happy are we?
she'll just bust out full paragraphs of Japanese.
Well, that's how I'm talking, and then I just get away with being nice, have a big smile, and but she'll be able to talk like a proper human being. I'm like a mental kindergarten teacher with some sort of speech defect. Yeah.
Donna, I've got a question for you, just because I feel like I want to be respectful of your time, and I also want to make sure that we get this one in there. When we started this podcast several years ago, we did not expect for one of our largest listener demographics to turn out to be Australia.
Yay! G'day, Aussie! Oi, 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 oi!
So I was gonna say, if there's anything you wish to say to the Australian listeners, I think they are all very appreciative of you being on this episode.
Oh, okay. I was just talking local dialect. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, sometimes me and my hubby, right, we're at a bar and we want to talk about someone. We just go like this and we just talk real bogan and something like that. No, like bloody understand a word, but bloody say it. Like, Jesus, look at that guy over there. That's our dialect. Because if we're overseas, we'll probably talk Japanese to each other. So they're like, Jesus, look at that person over there. Yes, don't objectify people from their looks. Get over it, people.
That's everybody, Donna. It's okay. Everything's fine.
I mean, look at the coat on that cat over there. But anyway, so we do that in Japanese. But if we're in Japan, we will sometimes go fully Aussie. Mm. So hopefully, it really gives me the shits when people say, "Oh, you don't sound Australian," and like every Aussie no Aussie in the world would ever go, "Oh, are you British?" Or worse still, "Are you from New Zealand?"
Oh,
and
so
yeah. Anyway, so hello Aussie, and hello my New Zealand friends.
I think it's so. This is actually something. So you said you met your husband in Japan, but he's also Australian.
No, he's
British.
Is he British?
He's from London.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it common? Because I know it's a very close. It's very like a very close trip. But is it common to like meet other people from Australia in Japan at all?
I don't know. I don't. Nowadays it is because there's so many tourists from Australia. But 20 years ago, no. I was hanging around with a lot of Irish people actually, and back in the day, not so many. But it is in the same time zone, so it's not such a big deal for Aussies to come up to Japan the way I think it is for your Yanks and your Poms to come up. It's a complete, we don't refer to Japan as the Far East. Oh, I'm going to go to the Far East, and it's a bit more. It seems to be more on our doorstep. Asia's more on our doorstep.
Very nice. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah, it's 10 hours in a plane, but it's in the plane. I can talk to my mum on the way home. I'm 1 hour behind Perth, and I'm 1 hour in front of 1 hour in front of Perth, and 1 hour behind Melbourne and Sydney and Brizzy.
Sorry, Donna, I was flipping through something. I had a super quick question, and I know this is probably a little bit of a nerdy question, so please bear with me. It's dawned on me from looking at other video games with robot voices that for some reason, like trained singers, like opera singers or classically trained singers, they keep getting cast as robots. Do you know why that is? I'm curious.
I would think singers are good at doing not maybe opera, but singers would be good because they could keep a tone and not worry about whether they are on the tone. And it's easy. It's kind of like singing, isn't it? So maybe they've just got a better ear for tones. Well, maybe there's such shit actresses that they have to get given robotic voices. Oh, God, you've got to cast her somewhere, but just give her the robot voice because she's already dead inside.
There's the real answer. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you find, and I asked Jeremy this question because Jeremy Blaustein also came across to me as a very specific type of personality, one that I love, but do you find it easy to be yourself in the sort of I don't know what word to use, like snarkiness, sort of fun, quick wit? Is it easy to be that way in Japan, or is there like a loss of translation of your personality culturally? Like what is it like?
I think that my facial expressions and this is Norman Dunstan eyebrows. That's an Australian reference there for you, for the Aussies. But I think that my idiocy and my genuine attempts to make shitty jokes is easily translated into, oh, she's desperate to be liked. She's trying to lighten the atmosphere, and no, I think and. Like Stephanie looks like a reserved person, and she looks like very ladylike. And you don't see her sort of muttering asides out the side of her mouth the way I do. So even if you can't understand what she's saying, you could just see, I can observe by her body language. And they say 70% of communication is body language. So 70% of my body is being like, let's all be friendly, and let's all I am constantly making jokes. And a lot of it's physical humour, like I'll pretend to trip over when I go on stage tonight, and I'm communicating joy, fun. I'm not taking myself too seriously, and I'm very professional. I'm not taking the piss. I'm warmed up. I'm rehearsed, but I'm not very serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a lesson everybody can take, like just for life. Honestly,
I like to bring a bit of joy when I go I like to crack a few jokes. I like to, even if, but a lot of in my interactions with Japanese people is them just being, oh my God, am I going? She's just walked into here. Do I have to speak English? So they're really self-conscious about, oh my God. So I'm causing alarm often when I enter a place. In the same, and the same way that if you said go out and speak Japanese, I'd break out into cold sweat because I literally have sweat coming out of my armpits. Like, oh God.
I never thought of it as like a two-way street like that. Like you just entering a shop is a cause for alarm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because they're thinking, is she going to make me look stupid?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is she going to start sort of jabbering on, and I really don't know what she wants, and then I'm going to feel bad, and then she'll get upset, and that I'd feel exactly like them. I'd be like, oh no, please.
Mm.
Yeah, go away.
And that's why Google's so good. Like in the last couple of years, it's such a great communication. You bring it out and they talk into it, and then it talks back in English. And the tourism is just, the boom in Japan is nuts. There's so many tourists here, and it's fantastic. We love them. Keep coming. It's great for the economy. But I think Japanese in Tokyo are just really getting used to this isn't going to be so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Tourists.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How long until we get the Donna Burke Google Voice English translator?
Yeah.
I actually got offered that job and I turned it down because it sounded hell boring. 5 months, 5 days, 4 months, 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. And I thought, nah. I Marianne condoed the shit out of that job before I even got it. I thought, will that bring me joy? No. So I thanked it and then I threw it away.
That's wonderful.
I'm doing that all over, and that's why I thought with this podcast, I looked you guys up, and I thought, will it bring me joy? Yes, because basically I get to talk about myself most of the time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Well, thank you for saying that anyway. We appreciate it.
So it's going to be fun, yeah, and like 4 months of doing, please bear left.
Doesn't sound like fun.
There is 3 minutes congestion. You are still on the fastest route. Right.
Oh no!
Let's not mix words here. It sounds like a super boring job, but you would have been very good at it. So.
I would, but I think that's my claim to fame, and I really love it. And it didn't take me 5 months to record it.
Very true.
Yeah.
So we are approaching our hour, and we've been very thankful to have you on the show. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you something very self-serving for the podcast, and you can feel free to say no if you'd like. I was wondering if you'd be okay saying something as the iDroid for us.
I thought you would never ask. And I've been insulted this whole time, desperate to do my voice.
So one of the... So I was going to see if you could say for us, Metal Gear Mondays is approaching.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Metal Gear Mondays is approaching.
Oh, that's amazing.
Metal Gear Mondays. Would you shut up and stop interrupting me? Interruption approaching. They can't stop talking. Okay. Anything else?
I love it. Oh my God.
Alessia, do you have anything? That was fantastic.
You are not a hyena.
That's my claim to fame, Donna. That's
lovely.
Nice.
It's a very joyful sound.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Donna, especially on less than 20-hour notice. That's insanity. So thank you for the quick turnaround, and we hope that we were able to cut the edge of the stress of your rehearsal coming up. So,
mate, I'm not even nervous.
Yeah, she's a professional, Lacey. What are you talking about?
So I used to be nervous, but this concert I'm not. I'm just really excited and really looking forward to it. And yes, I'm just so lucky. I'm very lucky girl.
No.
Where really quickly too before we wrap up, where would you like people to go if they're interested in more Donna Burke? Is there anywhere in particular? Do you have any concerts coming up outside of the one that is going to be happening in?
I have
24?
more jazz concert coming up in Tokyo on June the 14th, and I'm actually trying to put some gigs together in New York in end of June. The J Ensemble with Patrick Bartley's. So I'd love to do some intimate jazz things. It sounds great, doesn't it? Jazz sounds like Brazilian wax versions of Sins of No, I love doing jazz because I love doing the symphony orchestras, but jazz, and then I can hang out with fans afterwards, and it's not sort of such a big production. I'm not saying I love the big production as well, but so I'm trying to get back to the States, and I'm still this is for the Aussies. I'm still waiting for my invite to perform in Australia.
Have you not performed in Australia yet? Oh wow!
I hear they have an opera house there.
I know. One of my friends is her kids' school choir. He's in Sydney. They're going to do "Can't Say Goodbye to Yesterday" as part of his school's choir.
Oh, wow!
How cool is that? So no, I really want to perform at the Sydney Opera House. Oh,
Well, I believe that you will one day, and I will also be in New York, hopefully at the end of June. So maybe I can come check out some of your jazz shows. That sounds fantastic.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen because it seems very last minute. But yeah, I'll be in Baltimore. I have to go to a conference in Baltimore. But yeah, good.
That's awesome.
Thanks for being interested.
Absolutely. Thanks for being interesting.
Thank you. And break a leg. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, it was no effort at all. I just woke up like this. I'm adorably entertaining. I'm self-effacing. I'm modest. I'm easy to get along with. Oh, I'm a dream guest.
And that makeup, flawless.
Oh, thank you. What a waste. What a waste.
That's the best review of this show we've ever gotten.
What a waste.
So thank you.
All right. I'm going to have this on in my pajamas.
Yes. We'll put that on the box. A waste of makeup. On the website.
Metal Gear Monday is a great waste of makeup. Hey, Sam.
Huh?
What do you call that thing that voice actors record in? Is it it's like a voice?
It's a studio.
No. The room itself.
The
it's
room?
like a booth. Right?
Like a glass cage of emotion?
Somewhat. Oh, man. It's kind of like that thing that they have in their throats that allows them to talk. What is that called? Like a voice...
Wolbachia.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's right. But there's part of that I don't know. It sounds...
It's a parasite.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I think it's a vocal cord.
Vocoder.
Vocal cord.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of. Certainly was
It's
not.
just
It
a
was
vocal
not.
cord.
Yeah, it was not the word box. That's not what I had in mind at all.
No.
Definitely not a box.
Oh, you were thinking about box.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it was just the box.
Just a box.